Hello and welcome to Maid of Sker video. We're gonna talk about 4 tricks and we're gonna give so many tips for any person category, but also in general. Before we jump into the tricks and out of bounds stuff, let's talk about 4 very important stuff. So if you skip very fast the first cutscene, as you can see, you're already missing 4 seconds. Probably you're gonna miss more, 5, 6, I see 7 time loss because people skipping very fast the cutscene. So if you don't want to lose, of course, time at the beginning, you need to leave the cutscene till you hear Dearest Thomas. Wait.
Dearest Thomas.
And here you can skip, and as you can see, there is no time loss here. So what is going on now about the game time? After you pick up an item and you see the animation, like for the first time, doll, notes, keys, heals, stuff. This pickup animation, as you can see, is not counting for game time. So make sure, take your time, don't reset your run because you don't actually have the fast skip animation because the game doesn't count. This is not necessary to be fast skip animation and stuff like this. But if you open your inventory, like yourself, pressing tab, yes, this is the game time, it's counting normal. Also, the game time doesn't count after you go to place some puzzle pieces, the beer puzzle, maybe the key doors to open the doors. Also doesn't count the game time there. This is all about for game time. Now, let's talk about how to install actually the trainer so you can practice easily the out of bounds skips and many things you want actually. So the trainer works only with cheat engine. You're gonna see 2 download links down in the description of the video. The first one is the cheat engine. Download it and install it. After you install it, download also the second link from here. And then you download it, you're gonna see this icon. Open your game, then open your icon, click here, process list, click in your game and open. Yes, enable and enable. Now, as you can see, you jump into the game and press F1. There's a lot of options. You're gonna need level select, forest dark and garden. This is both of 2 spots you need to practice for every ending. So the first ending, actually the both endings, after you run past the door, go here, you can run through the trees and you're gonna use 2 techniques here. I already have this one, this node. So we're gonna use the holding tech, like holding W and A. It's gonna be like this. Until you reach your feet in this area, these rocks actually, you're gonna use the second technique, the shift spam. So you're gonna hold both directions like before, but you're gonna spam shift. So let's do this. You're gonna do this. You can do this actually in both of sides. So I know I reach now the my legs in the first position. So this is now coming the second technique. You can also spam the direction, but is not so worth. Is not necessary. And after you reach here in this top, you need to W first and make sure you're running, because if your player is not running, you don't gonna get the out of bound there. So let's do this one more time. You come here, holding tank. In case, like me, you see, I stuck somewhere very to the left or very to the right, you can release a little bit W, so you can see the player getting start the movement. And after you see the players getting the movement, hold W again. So after we reach here, let me actually disable the display capture, so you guys see more clearly the stuff. So after you get the out of bound, this is also for good and bad ending, both of them. You need to start memorize things. Be careful, don't fall down, because um, you're gonna die and you're gonna restart checkpoint from where you are. Also make sure we're gonna get optimal lines, but be careful, don't get inside the map. If you get inside the map, that's a rip. So go forward till you see actually this one and run past this, close to this. And after, you're gonna see a little bit bright red light. So you need to keep this line. And in this line, there's one more thing you need to memorize. This one and this one. You can run through this black rock, it's very good. And you can also memorize the flying tree, it's very okay. Go a little bit to the left, a little bit. So this is the first part you need to memorize. Now the second part is from here, keep the line. You can see actually the wall. So from here, keep this line. I mean, no matter what I say to you, if you don't practice, you can't actually memorize if you see the video. There's no way. You need to do this like 5 more, 6 times to memorize things. And from here, after you come here, memorize this thing, the cave, the mouth, the tooth, I don't know what the fuck is this. Go in the left side, and the reason it's, if you go in this side, the player is gonna stack. There's a lot of position, the heals is very high. So yeah. From here, memorize the bright tree, go inside, and memorize also the wall. Stay close to the wall, go the right to the both object, and now you can see a tree, this one, without how this called in English, I don't remember, but you're gonna memorize it. It's easy, it is very easy. Now run through this tree, but don't go more to the right, because this is fucking rip. You're gonna get inside the map. So make sure you actually a little bit to the left. And the next one is gonna be this tree without the beam. And after this, you memorize the previous one, so you can get better line here. There's a 2 trees pixelated. You're gonna use this line, because as you can see, this is the perfect line to get to run through here. The woods you see, that was inside the map. And this is the final forward line. Here you memorize, like in the middle of the red, you need to memorize this tree. This is one tree. This is not hard. You can interact with the door. Now, this spot is garden. I'm gonna click it so you can see in the video and memorize this actually is garden. And I'm gonna use it for both endings again. Now, the difference between the good ending and bad ending is actually what you're gonna do after you take the out of bound. Okay. So I'm gonna do a normal example, like I'm in actually run. Can see how this goes. Here we're using a different tech. Okay. You can run through there. We're using a different deck. This deck is actually the third one. You can W spam, I call it W spam, and hold direction. It's like the opposite things you memorize. It's more anomaly. So after you open the doors, make sure you go to the very left. The reason to go in the very left is because if you come in the very left, you're gonna do like this. 1, 2, 3. The doors is blocking you, of course, but if you don't go so to the left, more to the left, and maximize like the distance, there's probably you're gonna do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna be more. So let's do this again. Make sure you are actually in the wood with a W, and after this do the opposite ways, holding the direction and spam W. And actually the position you're gonna see, actually you are very close to take it. It's the tree you're gonna see higher. Just one step. So now from here, make sure your player is running. Make run, and you're gonna make it here. So let's go for the bad ending. For bad ending, you need to go forward. Bad ending have more out of bounds. Forward, keep this line, memorize it. And here, after you see the falling tree, maybe the last one, because there's a lot of falling tree. After you see the falling tree, the next tree, you're gonna see two beams. Again, there's a lot of two beams. You need to memorize like yourself. For me, it's like the last falling tree in the next tree of the next one of the falling tree is the beams, the wood beams. So from here, you actually do the same thing, but you also spamming shift so you can take the out of bound better. You go there, you grabbing actually the cylinders, and now we're gonna use, let me kill actually the guy, kill NPC. So here is actually the out of bound. Make sure you are very close, and your camera, your crosshair, it's like in this trap next to him, next to this trap, whatever. My English is bad, but I'm trying. I'm sorry for bad English. So here we're gonna use two techniques. It's gonna be WD, and you're gonna see the player it's going like this. And after this, we're gonna press A. Boom, 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 boom. Like we're gonna do a little bit zigzag and to the left, like straight line to the left. Again, zigzag, straight line to the left. You can use also shift, but this is the most hard out of bound you can get this part. If you spamming shift, probably it's okay, but it's very dangerous because the player is moving in the very tiny spots. So yeah, after you take this out of bound, go through the wall and be careful here because the trees have collision. You can't actually run through the trees like you do before, out of bounds. Make sure here in this line your player is not actually slow, because as you can see in the some parts you're getting slow, so you can find the line so you can go the maximum speed. And here for the bad ending, this is the last out of bound you're gonna need. In these three, make sure mark this dot, so stay in the right of this dot. Okay, and after this, you're gonna press only A direction, A shift, and then after you go very high, you can press W and D. So you are free to go. Now let's go back. And let's see what it's gonna be for good editing. So for good editing, you're gonna use again the same thing. Also, there's a technique here you can use. You can hold only the direction button for the zigzag thing here in the wall, but is not consistent, and probably you're gonna miss time. So we run through the wall, and you can come here and keep the line straightforward till you see the red wall. This is actually where we come from before. Now here, after you strafe your camera, your player is gonna stack. But make sure after the stack, release shift and hold it again, like boom, boom. Go higher here, and you're gonna see the lake, like the deep thing. Keep your line a little bit to the left, because the player can actually run, walk the higher hills. And here, I'm gonna use the door. So this is actually all out of bounds. Now let me show you something extra. Like here, the game time doesn't count. Also in then I grab the key. Now I'm gonna show you actually how to manage the guys in the hard difficulty. Oh, I can use the breath. God damn it, dude. So you can run, hold your breath, but after you holding your breath, the player is gonna stop. The best thing you need to do in hard difficulty, believe me, you don't need modulator with this strat. I found it's so fucking good. Like, say this enemy's detection is like in this distance, is here. So after you reach the detection range, you're gonna W shift, left click, use your mouth, and because the player is getting slow, you're gonna, after the left click, you're gonna release and hold again the shift. And this tiny little thing of the stealth actually gives you time to move without getting detection. And even if you get detection and you get chased by enemies and you use this strat, enemies, it's gonna actually give up the chase very early. It's very cool. This is what I'm going to show you, but because the trainer, my stealth mode is bugged. Rip. After you take the beer, you can come here, and if you play in hard difficulty, make sure you come here and also you holding your breath, because holding your breath you can actually do stuffs and you are totally okay. So that's a very new actually, because I found very late. It's the but in this spot, holy fuck man. Why my runs are that is okay now? I don't practice this a lot. Yeah. So you can see here after you rise up, it's not so hard, but if you practice it, you're gonna get this more easily. My runs I don't strangle so much. Now for some reason I can't get this. So to interact actually with the beers, you don't to use to use your crosshair. Here you need actually to aim higher. Depends your position. So it's gonna be first one, do all items. First one, third one, second one, last one. Here it's very optimal. Probably you win 26 seconds, close to 30 seconds. This is insane actually. Now the last thing I'm gonna show you is the vent. Vent is the last one. Let me show ground floor. This works in any event. Let me see if I'm actually close to an event. And basement, phase one probably. Yeah, let's go in the basement. I'm gonna use the fast forward so you guys don't. I'm gonna timestamp so gonna know what is going on. You can timestamp the video so you don't wait me. That's nice. Come on, dude. Okay, so after you actually come here through the vent, is not consistent, but of course, if you crouch twice, there's a chance. Take it. There's a chance you can take actually the vent glitch. So every vent glitch saves actually 12 seconds. You run through events in the whole playthrough 3 times. So this is a huge time save. This is very hard. I keep practicing, but it's actually very weird. Yeah, I can't take it. I can't do it. Ah, okay, we take it. So this is actually the normal speed. Believe me, it's very worth. But you need to find exactly the momentum so you can do this very easily. Like the strat I found is only double crouching. This is the only time that gives me consistency in this one. But yeah, let me know if you actually found something here because it's very important. This one, this is gonna save a lot time, but it's very hard to do. So this is all for Maid of Sker. I hope you guys get help by these tips and tricks for out of bound and all the stuff. Let me know if you guys discover something. Also, you can join Discord Maid of Sker speedrunning. I'm gonna have the Discord link, the speedrunning of Maid of Sker in the description of the video. So this is it. Have a good runs, good luck, and see you in the next one.